This is not a big screen on a not very big phone, and this is an even bigger screen on a not much bigger phone. It's Galaxy S8. S8. So the Samsung Galaxy S8 comes in two sizes, 5.8 inches and the S8 Plus, which is a 2-inch screen. What's new here is that the sides are super curved like they are on like the Galaxy S7 Edge. That's just the default way that these phones come now. Samsung's now calling it and flowers. It looks really sharp if you care about that sort of thing. What's interesting is they both have the same resolution, which is 29 by 40. But you know, Samsung hits you hardest. 3. When you look at the hardware on this phone, is that the whole thing just melts. If you want to unlock the phone, you actually have 3 different ways you can do it now. Well, 4. You can do your password or your pattern as usual, but there's a finger on the back. It is located but there's a finger on the back next to the camera, which is a little bit hard to reach and not great if you're left-handed. And it also means you're probably going to end up putting your finger on the camera sometimes, which could cause some smudges. So make sure you wipe it off before you take a picture. And then there's now face melting on the Note 7. I don't think it's quite as secure. Is it fast? Like, look at how fast this thing unlocks. You blink and you miss fast. They're a little bit narrower than the Galaxy S7 and the S7 Edge, and they're just a little bit thicker to really notice it. What it means is that they can fit in a 3 milliamp battery on the S8 and a 500 one on the S8 Plus. That's not exactly pushing the limit in terms of battery capacity, but I have to imagine that Samsung isn't really interested in pushing the limit on battery capacity right now after what happened with the Note 7. They also do all the stuff that you normally expect from a Samsung phone.
Sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service. Sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.
Please note the new number is. Please note the new number is.
It's got IP3.5 waterproofing, there's 4 gigs of RAM, there's 4 gigs of onboard storage, and yes, there's expandable storage here, and yes, there is a standard expandable 3.5mm headphone jack. It's called Bixby, and it's Samsung's intelligent agent. So let me just show you how it works in the camera to start. When you've got the camera app open, you can hit this button, and then it'll go into Bixby mode, and it's going to auto-detect whatever it sees on the screen. So if I pointed at some flowers, it's going to recognize that they're flowers, and show me pictures of more flowers, or maybe let me go buy some flowers. Or here I am pointing it at a watch, and although it wasn't able to figure out exactly what model of watch it was, it actually figured out it was a watch and showed me a bunch of pictures of other watches, or let me go to Amazon to buy a watch that looks like it, which is really impressive. Which is really impressive. What Bixby's really for is to sort of make it easier to use Samsung's own software. And the way that you trigger it is by pressing the side button, which is actually a really bold move. They've got a whole extra button here. They've basically wasted hardware of the phone on this thing.